The Rebbe was an international rock star of a rabbi, with influence leading to the White House. And he became a spiritual advisor to Benjamin Netanyahu.
In 1984, when I was appointed Israel's ambassador to the United Nations, I visited the great rabbi of Lubavitch. But here's what the Rebbe said to me: "You'll be serving in a house of many lies."
The Rebbe taught that the Jews could hasten the day of the Messiah, the Mashiach, the Anointed One, through obedience to God's will. And the Rebbe scorned the Jews for failing to prepare for the Mashiach, the Messiah, declaring the Jews resisted God's will. It was also the Rebbe who told Netanyahu that God had an important role for him. A politically shrewd move, and yet Netanyahu was inspired by the Rebbe. The Rebbe urged his followers to build the Mishkan, a place for God to dwell and tabernacle. And he spoke of the first and second Bet Hamidash, the temple in Jerusalem, and the need for the third temple, and the immediacy of the call. It was widely reported that in a private meeting, whilst Netanyahu was still unknown, the Rebbe told him that he would be Israel's last prime minister who will pass the scepter to the Messiah. And when the Rebbe met Netanyahu, he reminded him of his duty to do something to hasten the coming of Messiah. Since these meetings, Netanyahu has become the most important person in the Middle East, and his choices reverberate in the White House and in the halls of political power around the world.
I met the Rebbe for the first time in 1984 when I came to the UN. Rebbe, I came to see you.
But times change, and in 1994 the Rebbe died. And as clashes over the Temple Mount took place, Netanyahu reaffirmed many times that there are no plans for a change of status on the Temple Mount.
Israel reaffirms its commitment to upholding unchanged the status quo on the Temple Mount, in word and in practice. As we have said many times, Israel has no intention to divide the Temple Mount, and we completely reject any attempt to suggest otherwise.
But politics is a game of chess, and the dream of a third temple lives on.